Danny and Leslie.
We're going live right now. It is live.
Oh, Sean, we can't hear you, honey. Can't hear you, baby.
You might have to lead it.
Nope, still can't.
You're going to have to do it.
I'm hearing.
To do it. Okay.
We can hear.
Yeah, everybody else can hear him.
We can hear him.
Yeah, we can hear him.
Perfect. I'm going to get going then.
Nope.
So
Not
just her. She will be the only one that I'm going to mute her. There we go. Okay, I got her muted. So we're good. I was like, my mic is not working again. We've got a lot of information to get through tonight, so I'm going to jump right into it. Let me share my screen here because we've got two presenters that I definitely want to get on here as soon as possible. And then we also have coming up at the top of the hour, we've got the first training on the body care system of products. So we're going to hear about the first products tonight. Super excited about that. So welcome, especially to all the brand new people to One Person Big Difference. We're excited to have you guys all on here. I cannot believe another month end is coming up. So definitely make sure that you're hitting Performance Club. 2 new people. Any combination of customers or distributors, 100 new volume, you get into Performance Club for March and the opportunity to celebrate with us throughout the month of April for that. And then the 5 for 500 bonus, earn yourself a dip in the pool. If you've already done that, earn multiple shares. We've got that, like I said, product care training coming up. So the first one, we're going to actually roll directly into this at the top of the hour. For those of you that want to tune into that, we're going to actually go right into the corporate Facebook page so that we have that in here as well too. And then make sure that you're watching for the dates of the rest of those product training announcements from corporate. Success Mastery this weekend. First Saturday is always on product training. We've got Dr. Nancy Bryan, we've got Dr. Kat, and we've got Amy Holmwood, Pro 10 Amy Holmwood with the call to action. Amazing lineup. You definitely want to be on this Saturday to hear that. Flip the switch as always on Tuesday. This Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain, we have Master Pro 10 Tyler Daniels. So super excited about Tyler. And the opportunity that we have to get guests and prospects in front of a Master Pro 10. Then on Wednesday, another meeting there on our Zoom line. We've got Pro 9, Kerry Williams, also with Dr. Marco Rodriguez. So Dr. Marco is absolutely incredible on the science. Great opportunity to get prospects or people on the fence there to close the month out for you. Virtual Elite Academy for July. There's a few sets of the personal care bundle that's going to ship in about a month. So May 1st, anybody that was part of the first 2,000 people to enroll with this kit, they will receive every single one of the new products as well as that body brush set. So that's all the announcements that I have today. And I want to turn the time over now to Danny. She is out of Canada. Danny is actually on the FAB for Canada, so she gets all the great inside information, but she actually came to us and said, I think it would be great to do a training on these topics tonight. I don't want to steal the thunder. I'll let her do that, but she's a wealth of information. So Danny, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Michelle. Hey, everybody. So great to be on here with all of you. I see we have 52 people. That's smoking awesome. I love this. I miss you all. First of all, I want to say, oh, Justin's throwing out hearts. I love it. I miss you all so much. I miss our events. I miss you all. Us in Canada, we're locked in. We can't cross the border. So we're just going to wave on Zooms and things like that. So love you all. Our love is not diminished at all. Sean, I need to share my screen. Can you see it or?
I cannot see it yet, but you are a co-host, so try it.
Does that come up now?
We're not seeing it. I'll make you the host, and then when you're done, just make me the host back again. How about that?
Okay, and that's the little drop. I'm just seeing here.
All right, you are now officially the host. So you have all the power.
Love power, right? Who doesn't love power? Okay, can you see my screen now?
We cannot.
Oh my goodness me gracious. Hang on here. Let me see. Speaker view. Maybe that was the problem. How's that?
No go.
Okay.
You're just going to have to roll through it.
Okay, Sean, you show your screen, please, and I'll direct you.
Okay.
And
You're going to have to make me host.
okay. Gosh, I haven't done this in so long. Can't remember how to do that.
So pull up the participant list and then just drop my name down and switch it over to host.
Hey, this is good. We're all learning, right, you guys?
Right. Okay, now I got it. Okay, there's your name. Mute. Oh,
There we
whatever.
go. It's good. Sean Poe's the host.
Sean's a
Okay.
host. Okay,
All right.
Sean, bring up your website, please. That's so
Yep.
weird. I have mine up. I don't know why you couldn't see it. So sorry.
You are good.
So you don't have to be technically inclined necessarily to do this. So if anything, I'm teaching that. No, not that, your website.
Yeah, got to get there.
Oh, okay, that's the way you go there. Okay, sorry.
All good.
No, thank
Got
you.
my bossy pants on, my bossy
All good,
boots.
all good. And the cool thing is I'm going to have to change my flag right now because we enrolled somebody in Spain today. So this will lead right into what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So up in the left-hand corner there, you guys see the Spanish flag Sean has. You click on that, and it's going to give us the options of all the different countries. So what I want to share with you is if you're working with somebody in Canada, it's no different than working with somebody in Spain, Germany, England, New Zealand, Australia, wherever we are. So you just simply go to that flag and you change the country. Now, I'm not seeing the country. I'm seeing a blank screen. What's everybody seeing?
Yeah, it's just spinning.
Yeah. Maybe
So
try
what's going to happen is all the lists of countries is going to show. I'll just keep talking until it shows up. All the lists of countries that we are eligible to do business in is going to come up in a list type format. And you're going to have options like United States, and you're going to have United States Spanish, you're going to have Canada, Canada French, German, all of this. Okay, so we can see all these options. So if you're wondering, let's say, what products are available in a country and you're not sure, just go to that flag, right? And click on it, and it's going to open up, and you're going to be able to scroll through there and hit the go shopping, and you're going to see all the products that are available in that country. So that's going to be for any country. So that's how it is for Canada here. And you'll see with the different countries, most of them are their homepage is going to be different because they've got different promotions going on, different new releases. So that's another key that you're seeing different things, and that's okay. So this is, for example, the Canadian page. And in Canada, we do not have free shipping. Okay, but we do have free shipping for orders 150 and over. And that calculates at the end when you go to cash out. And so you'll just have to see with each different country what their requirements are for shipping, but that's what it is for Canada. So it's free shipping, $150 and more. So all of our stacks are more than $150. So we know all the stacks ship for free. But this is also great if somebody orders 3, it's generally kind of like 3 products brings you to your $150. So if they're ordering 3 Pro Tandem because they're giving them to their horse and their dog and themselves every month, or their families, or even if they're setting up, and I know we don't always like to do this, but we can do this, right? On a subscription, but every second month. So you can, again, do the products to get the free shipping and have their subscription run every second month. Sometimes that's the difference between closing a sale or not when they realize they can do that. So you want to keep that in your back pocket and utilize that if you can. So as you see with Canada, these are all the products we have. And if there is a product in Canada, it has to be ordered from Canada. Does that make sense? because then what I'm going to show you is we have the NFR site, and that stands for not for retail. So basically meaning we're not shopping off of that site and taking and selling it at retail. So to get to that, again, we're going to go to the flag. Sean's going to take us to his flag. And it's going to bring up our options. So go way over there. Yeah, Sean's hovering over it. And you can see, actually, it's so small, I can barely see. It says Canada NFR site. And what's the other one say, Sean?
It actually says Singapore NFR and United States NFR.
Okay, that's what it is. Sorry, it's very small on my screen. I don't have my spectacles on. So they say United States NFR, and that's a legality, kind of a corporate thing, because you can't say Canada. It used to say that, but it doesn't now. So it's shipping from the United States warehouse. So when I talk to people, I'll say we have access to all the products, pretty much. And I'll say, but they ship from, we have 2 different warehouses we ship from. So again, keeping it very simple. We've got our Canadian warehouse and we have our US warehouse. So as you click on the NFR, and then the next step is to click on shop. So Sean's going to take us there. What a team, hey? So now you're going to see the NAD, the daily wellness, the different Axios, the pet tandem, the protein, the hand cream. Okay, these different products are all available through the United States NFR site for Canada only. Okay, this one is for Canada only. And all products are sold in US dollars. So you want to tell your Canadian customers that. Also, there is no free shipping on this site. Okay, shipping is about $10 US. And the exchange rate for Canada, if you're wondering with your people to give them a quote, honestly, just put the number in Google and say, you know, $149 US to Canadian, and you can just Google it and it'll give you the conversion of that day, right? So, so these are the products there. Now that's why Canada will not see some of the deals at the States has, if it's like a Protandem and an Axio, and these are the caffeinated Axios. The only Axio Canada has is red raspberry. Because you cannot cross promote, they will never be able to sell from the NFR site, let's say a bottle of Protandem. Okay, so we cannot cross promote. You have to get what's available in Canada from Canada and what's available on the NFR from the NFR. And just for a heads up, actually, also, the peg rate for the dollar exchange for the US to Canadian is better through our Lifevantage, through our warehouse, than it is even if you were to buy from the States, because it flexes so much and we have a lower peg rate. So it is a better deal. I'm talking really fast, I know. So that kind of covers that. One other thing I want to just let you guys know is if you're working on the app or you're working from your playbook and you're working with somebody, a prospect in Canada, you can work from your app and you can send, you know, those sales sheets and the videos and things like that to your Canadian prospect. But what you cannot send, or what does not work, are the blogs. So the blogs that are on the playbook, you cannot send those to Canada. It's a regulation, something about what they say doesn't pass the Canadian regulations in Health Canada. So if you were to send a blog to a Canadian, actually that link is going to do is going to default to the Lifevantage website. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. So if you're like, I'm trying to do this and it's not working and they're not getting the info, they're not going to. If it's the best way to do that is if you can copy the text and send and paste it and send it that way, if that's an information you want to send, but you cannot do it through the link. So that about covers it. Does anybody have any questions?
We're gonna move on because we have 2 more people. If you have questions, you can definitely dump them into the comment or the chat section, and we will answer those as the other speakers are going. So
yes, I'll keep an active eye on it.
Thank you so much, Danny. Appreciate you. And hopefully that was great information for you guys as you build your international businesses, because I know we get tons of questions on how we know what each country has available outside of the US. So thank you, Danny. I'm going to turn it over to Lori right now. Lori is new into Lifevantage, into One Person Big Difference. She came in the middle of February and absolutely crushed the 5 for 500 pool shares, and she's crushing it again this month. So we wanted real quick, Lori, to jump on and tell us, what are you doing? What is working for you?
Gosh, I don't even think that I do anything special, honestly. One thing that probably, like, I work my business on social media, a little bit of Instagram, but mainly Facebook is my platform. That is where my network is. I have spent the past year, a little over a year now, working on my network, growing my network. I intentionally spend at least an hour a day on that, whether it be sending friend requests, the happy birthdays, all that. Like, I'm very intentional every single day, at least an hour of that. That's helped my network grow. Stories, I don't think people work their story features enough. A lot of my business and attraction comes from stories, and also people that you aren't necessarily friends with. If your stories are public, they're going to see your stories. And I can't tell you how many people I've met that way, doing stories. I think that's number one thing that people don't do. And also, I feel like one thing that was told to me that's always stuck to me is, if you aren't in people's faces, they're not going to notice you. And if you feel like you're being annoying, you need to amp it up a little bit more. And that's your level of being in people's face, because that's when they're finally going to see you. Like, you have to amp it up, like, to look to the next level if you feel like you're being annoying, because people don't always see you. Some people may hit on one post and some people may hit on another post. You never know what post is really going to show up and that they're going to see it. And I try to do two things with my posts. Number one, I try to make them curious. If they don't read my post and curious and like have like something like in their mind to ask me a question, then my post wasn't successful. And number two, sometimes give a action, like whether it's drop a comment, or if you can relate to this, drop a comment, like whatever it may be, give a call to action. That way it actually makes them interact on your post. So I don't know that I'm doing anything special. I think it's just a combination of things and just trying to really put myself out there so that people can grasp onto it.
Oh, I love it. I think the special sauce and all of that, Lori, is just you're intentional about what you're doing, and you're very, very, very consistent in doing it. And, it doesn't build up in a day or a week or necessarily a month. You've been doing this over the course of time, and that's what generates the ability for you to have that interaction with people that trust you and what you represent, right?
Right, exactly. Because if people can't trust you, they're not going to interact with you. Like, that is a very good statement right there. You, number one, have to build that trust, because if they don't trust me, they're not going to ask me about anything. They're not going to be curious about what I'm doing. And at the same time, how many times does it take somebody seeing something before they actually are like, okay, what is this? Like, people can watch you for months and not have any questions, and then they'll be like, okay, what is it now? Tell me the details. So you never know. You just gotta stay in it.
You rock, Lori, and keep doing what you're doing, because it's working, and this is just the beginning for you. We're going to turn it over to your partner in crime, Leslie Powell, now. She also has been really, really crushing the 5 for 500 since she joined in the middle of January. So we're going to turn it over to her for the final 10 minutes here on social media and just her top tips that she has for what's working. Leslie.
All right, I'm gonna go as fast as I can, Sean. So don't y'all hate me if I go too fast. So I had 5. I'm gonna do my little Fraser Brooks. I've got 5 things I want to talk to you guys about really quick. Number 1 is be consistent. Okay. DMO Don, he talks about DMO. You've got to do that every day. You've got to do your birthdays, add your 5 friends a day. Connecting on Messenger through stories is an awesome thing. Lori mentioned that. Use polls. That gives you a great way for them to give permission to get into their inbox. And then when you go at the end of the day and you see those polls, you can screenshot those and save those into a folder on your phone and go back and follow up with those people. Go live and post every single day. You've got to be consistent. And one of the things that I do is I always take my products while I'm live. I swallow my pills right in front of everybody. That way they're like, what are you doing? What are you taking? You don't even necessarily have to, say what you're doing. They're going to ask. So you can do that. Make sure you're doing your personal development every day. Track your new engagements. I have squirrel brain, so I had to write everything down. So number 2 is attraction marketing. You need to get really good at attraction marketing, okay? Using Facebook, Instagram, Stories, Snapchat, YouTube, all the social media platforms that you like to use. I would highly recommend that you tie Instagram and Facebook in together and get used to using those first. And one of the things that I tell people about attraction marketing is write down 5 things that encompasses your life. And then you're just going to put those things on rotation. So like for me, it's Jesus, it's church, it's Lifevantage, it's rebuilding of our pool house right now, hair, jewelry, and makeup. I'm into keto, so I talk about those things a lot. So Michelle sent me the I am cards. I've been throwing that in my stories every day. I draw a card every day. People are like, what are these cards? I want these cards. Like, you just want to give people a reason to want to talk to you. And you can talk to them about Lifevantage later, but you just want to draw them in. So that's what attraction marketing is. Number 3 is bring value. Bob Healy talks about this a lot. I encourage each of you to host a class in what you know. If you are a florist and you know how to do a flower arrangement, go live and do that. If you know how to make wreaths, if you love to cook. I was thinking about a couple people on this page today. Dawn, freaking get on there and play that violin. I need to see that. Marissa, free yoga classes, get on there. I think she does some of that already, but do that on your Facebook page. Isa, do those skincare classes. Unbelievable. You have so much knowledge to share with people. You're a professional in your field. Throw it out there. You want to go insane. Do you garden? Are you into woodworking? Are you into motorcycles? Whatever it is that you do, and turn that passion in ways to connect with people, and then they will let you in the door to talk to them about Lifevantage. So bring value to people. Think about how you can bring that to the table. And then number 4 is be vulnerable. Don't be afraid. It's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay if the dog and the kids are running in the background going absolutely insane, because that makes you relatable, okay? People love it when you're real. So you need to be vulnerable and be okay with being vulnerable, because that's what makes you relatable. And then number 5, I put be authentically you. I have this Southern drawl. I'm from West Virginia originally, and I haven't lost that accent. You guys are out in South Dakota and across the way. You can't be me. You can't talk like me. You don't need to be, because you're you and you're fabulous, and you just need to be yourself. So I wrote down, share this gift and quit worrying about what people think. Don't be afraid to share Lifevantage and use the name. Okay. Don't be afraid to use the name of the products, because I told Sean and Michelle this the other day. When people say Lifevantage, you want it to be branded in their head that the first thing that they think about is Leslie Powell. When people say Lifevantage, I want them to say Leslie Powell. And then when somebody posts something that says, does anybody know a good probiotic, or does anybody know this, or does anybody know anything about immune health, or my allergies are bothering me, I want them to immediately see that post and tag Leslie Powell in that post, because they're going to say, oh, Leslie's got my daily wellness. It's going to be great for their allergies. And then that's going to get me in the door with people, because I've already built those relationships and they know what I do. So, that's it. That's all I have. That's the fast version, Sean.
All right. I love it. But I want you to expand on the classes, because you did an amazing one last week on skincare. I want you to tell them what you do for the product information to keep it simple, and then what your results were last week, just approximately what the sales were that came in.
Okay, so I used to do classes with my former company. Sometimes I was doing them in private groups at first, but then I realized I was limiting myself because I really didn't have anything to hide. I don't really care if people copy me. I don't care if people steal what I've got, because we're all here in the same company and we're here to help and learn from each other. So that's just silly. So I decided to start going live on my public wall and hosting classes. And basically that class, I took all of the information that I had off the PDF sheets that are on the website. So you just go to the product, print out the PDF sheet. I bulleted out some stuff on I had like 3 sheets of information. I didn't really know what I was going to use. I just picked and grabbed. I literally read the information off because I still haven't memorized all the wonderful things that this product has to offer.
And you don't need to.
Yeah, well, you don't need to. You don't. And I mean, that's what makes you relatable, because people see you legitimately reading off a sheet and they're like, well, I can do that. I mean, that's nothing special, So, and as far as the sales, the revenue that came from that, oh gosh. I mean, just the skincare alone, I can right off the top of my head think of about 11 full sets of skincare that I sold, probably more if I went back and really counted, just from that class. And I still have people circling around, and I intentionally try to do those classes on Thursday because people get paid on Fridays. So it's fresh in their mind. They're not forgetting about it. Payday's coming. Hey, tomorrow, you can go ahead and get this great deal. If you're doing a skincare and you want to be really nice to people, you could share somebody's friends and family link and give them $10 off on the skincare as just a promo for that Friday. So, that's how I did it. And that's what I do over and over and over. And you can do classes on my daily wellness. You can do classes on gut health. Just become proficient with those things.
And how many sales came in just because of the video, or how many came in because of the follow-up from them being on the video?
Honestly, I don't have that for you. I don't know, but I know
I
that
would guess, because you did a lot of follow-up. We were talking about how many people you had to follow up the next day. And I mean,
I had 31 conversations in Messenger within an hour.
Yeah.
And Leslie, if you can just, we've got another minute or so, mention Messenger and how you work that after you do a live or do have a story or whatnot.
Okay, after I go live, I go back in and I go through each one of the comments, and I always try to do some kind of call to action if I can. And I go through the comments and I will either answer their questions, or I try to say, I'm messaging you. And as soon as I say I'm messaging you, I go over to Messenger and I'll just start a conversation with them, because they've already told me that they want me to have a conversation with them. And usually I'll use voice message because I can get a lot out. They can hear that enthusiasm in my voice. We can connect, and I will just say, hey, thanks, Sean, for attending my skincare class. What part of skincare class did you like the best? What stood out to you most? And I'll just go thank them for attending class. Even if they don't engage with me, I can go do that. And they'll say, oh, yeah, I really like that anti-aging skincare that you have. And I'll say, oh, well, great. It smells like grapefruit. It's for men and women, and I'll just kind of go on and on about, go 7 layers deep, and we'll just continue to have conversation, and we'll kind of tennis it back and forth. And then I'll say, our skincare is a lot of bang for your buck. Would you like to grab one tonight? And they'll say, sure. And I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna load a cart for you. And I'll load the cart and send it over to them, and they'll check out.
I love it. I love it. And I saw one of the comments on here that was talking about being coached over and over again about not sharing Lifevantage, not sharing the product names. There's 2 different schools of thoughts on this, you guys. Some people only do curiosity posting, and there's some people that are very successful with that. But I can tell you there's just as many people that are out there with the name of the products, the name of the company, that are in your face about it in a great way that isn't ruining relationships. They do it right, and they become, like Leslie said, the name behind the brand, or the name in front of the brand, actually. So do what's comfortable with you and what works for you, but don't be afraid to try that.
Sean, do you care if I kind of add to that for a second? I'm more likely to keep scrolling if I don't see what the name of the company or product is. Yeah. So I'm a person that I'm like, well, if you can't even say what you're using, I'm just going to keep on going. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I like try to do a curiosity post, but I also kind of like put something in there of what it is that I'm using too. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. I love that. I love that. So thank you so much, ladies. The last thing that I want to talk about is before we jump into this, and it's right on the hour. So I'll take 30 seconds just to say, if you have not seen Amy yet or received any messages from the artificial intelligence, it's basically a retention program from the company that is helping you capture people that may be disappearing from your business. So we'll go into more depth on that maybe next week and get you information on that. But know if you're getting text from Amy, it's from the company, AMI, and it now has been launched. I know for sure in the US, Canada, you'll have to put in the comments if you've seen it yet, but I believe so as well. Danny's raising her hand. So we're going to jump over. I'm going to share my screen again so that we can get into the corporate training on the new body care line. And if you want to hang on and watch this, I'd highly suggest it.
Yes. It's going to, where does it, are you asking Donna while Sean's getting that? Donna, are you asking where does Amy show up, or are you asking where does the training show up? If you're wondering, okay, where does Amy show up? Amy comes into your text message, actually. She actually sends you a text. So don't worry if you haven't received anything yet. That means that you're rocking it out. Your people are rocking it out. If you have, that just means that you have an action to take care of, and it is an amazing tool for retention. So amazing.
I'm going to keep refreshing. You can answer.
Perfect. Yeah, keep putting any of the questions in. You guys can unmute as well while Sean's getting this going. Corporate, it always takes a second to refresh and get the Facebook Live going. So thank you again, Lori, Danny, and Leslie. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody, and put the gratitudes out there. Wasn't that valuable? Yes, and the loves. We got lots of love in the house. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Incredible. Let's see. Yes, thank you. Any other questions, you guys? I had a couple messages on the IM cards. One of my dear friends actually created those cards. She's an incredible woman and very, very good friend. And they're just really, really powerful starts to the day. And so if anybody is interested in those, I can reach out to her and see if we can get a little discount for you guys on those cards as well. Thank you, you guys. Yes, today is our 10-year anniversary with Lifevantage, and it is absolutely mind-blowing. And yesterday was Miss Marisa Maggio Harrelson 9-year anniversary. And it's actually super, super emotional because Nikki never gave up on us. And so I just say that, Sean, you're still refreshing, right? Because I'm just chatting.
Yep, I am.
Okay, he just keeps refreshing. So stay tuned, you guys, as soon as they're live. And if anybody sees that corporate's live on the official Facebook page before us, let us know because we want to make sure that we're on right away for that incredible body care training. But you guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. Right? And we don't know how busy people are. I was so busy with life. Nikki was followed up with me, and she followed up with me, and she followed up with me. I'm going to get emotional now. And I had no idea what she was coming to us for. All she said was, Michelle, I know you're passionate about people. You're passionate about health. You're entrepreneurial. You need to take a look at this. And she followed up, and we were busy, right? We had our 2 kids. We had a lady living with us from Spain. Sean was working. I was working. We had an online business. We were the definition of no time. So those people that you're out there talking to that look like they're the definition of no time, or they look like life is just happy and wonderful and all that jazz, don't assume, please. Don't prejudge. Because I moved to South Dakota because they didn't know if I was going to live or die. I was that sick. Sean was in a job where he was having to lay people off, and corporate was killing him. I was in a mortgage business for about a decade. I was always the first, second, or third within our company for sales. I was always rocking out the sales, you guys, of doing that. But guess what? Our company shut down in the mortgage crisis. We had to have I actually had to induce my youngest daughter's birth because our company was shutting down. That's a whole nother crazy story. So everything was gone. I was 100% commission. Literally everything was gone overnight. And then we go to another company, or I go to another company being 100% commission, restart it. We were like the founders of it, investors. It was just during the mortgage crisis, you guys. But guess what? I didn't tell everybody how sad I was. I didn't tell everybody how sick I was. I didn't tell everybody how stressed we were. From the outside and everything looked fine. So don't assume that everything is fine with everybody that looks really, really great, because it's not necessarily. Yes,
I
honey,
just
go
got
ahead.
an update from Dr. Brian Dixon, the chief sales officer of the company. He said they're having technical difficulties getting it to go right now. So they're
Okay.
working on that, and it will be up as soon as they can. Hey, Michelle, do we have any of the IM cards on hand?
I have got some.
So I'm
What's your
going to do
question?
this. I'm
Yeah.
going to do this. The first 5 people that haven't rank advanced yet this month, that rank advance, that send us a message saying I rank advanced in March. So you have from right now, March 29th through the 31st to rank advance. And if you tell us I rank advanced and heard you on the team training, we will send you out the IM cards as a congratulations.
Woo! Yes. I love it. Love it. Love it. And I have a few for kids as well. So if you come here and say I am or I rank advanced and you want to give it to a child, I have one for kids as well.
Maybe
We
go
had
grab a couple cards and tell them what they say.
I would love to. I would love to. So I'm going to grab. So in the mornings with our girls, we just kind of go like, this is the kids one. Just recently, I upgraded my kids to the women's one because, they're 14 and 16 now. So we started, but here's a kids one. So then we go like this in the morning, and then they grab a card, and that's their card for the day. So for this one was for the child. It says, I am creative. Today, I will invent something completely new and different. A painting, a song, an idea, an outfit, a video, or a new hairstyle. So that is super fun. Let me go grab mine.
Can I say something, Sean, while Michelle's grabbing something?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So my team, I did a live on our team page. They get a Lifevantage Blanket if they rank advance, Pro Tour above, and or bring in a platinum by the end of the month.
Love it. I love it. Blankies are good.
Blankies are
Love
good.
Blankies. Okay, here's the women's. Sorry, Sean, are you still checking? Okay, Scarlett loves the kids ones. Issa, that's amazing. So you guys, it's about getting your day started right? Get into the mind zone. So here's the women's. So here we go. Or the ladies, whatever. I'm going to grab it. I had grabbed mine this morning. It's out there. I'm an amazing leader. That's what it says. That's hilarious. I am committed to being independent of the good or bad opinions of others. Wow. Today, I will guide someone in the right direction. I will confidently lead by example. I will be a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on, and a solid role model. No one is above me nor beneath me. I am confident. Wow. Okay. And then they have the
I love that. And I've got to apologize for everybody because I didn't realize that I had my picture pinned. So you've had to look at me for the last 10 minutes, I think, of just me being pinned on there. So that's no bueno. When my wife's talking, you want to see her because she looks.
No, you don't need to see me. You're beautiful, honey. Okay, so here's the man, Mr. Man. I'm going to see how manly I can be right now. I am intuitive. That's funny too. Okay, I have the innate ability to perceive what is happening around me. It is my gut check on whether I need to alert someone or a potential threat or whatever I need to step away from something that could be dangerous or just not in alignment with my values. It also allows me to filter through whether a person is authentic or whether I need to turn off the naughty meter. I listen to what my intuition tells me. So these are very strong men cards, and they're really beautiful.
I've got another idea here as we wait for corporate to get this up. If I see Anna and Lauren Merrill on here, you guys, these guys have crushed new enrollments this month. I believe the last time I looked, they were up over 7,500 in new volume, just themselves. So Anna and Lauren, are you there and able to give us some nuggets on what has worked for you this month?
That would be amazing. I hope they
Hi, yes, I'm actually driving. My daughter's holding the phone, and I'm sorry I'm getting on late because I was teaching. I don't know. It's the whole follow-up thing. I'm finally understanding follow-up. I know that sounds funny, but it's being afraid not to ask the questions. I was great at invites for a long time, but I never could get past the invite. And so I think just really getting good at follow-ups and really finding out what they need. Some people, I mean, a lot of people really like the daily wellness, understanding what zinc and different things are, just finding what they need and meeting them where they're at. I think that's the biggest thing. My uncle last night, came over and I got to teach him, and I've been trying to get him excited for 5 years, and he finally listened just over daily wellness, and I thought that was interesting. So meeting them where they're at and not being afraid to follow up has been the biggest key for me.
So Anna, you did a lot of daily wellness. When daily wellness was launched, how many new customers did you get?
With daily wellness, 21.
21, you guys. So here is the thing that I believe, this is what I witnessed anyway, is Anna and Lauren were very focused on daily wellness and the launch of that and creating something extraordinary with it, and just got laser focused. So is that what happened, Anna?
Yes, and some of them are considered new customers again because they're people that died off about 3 or 4 years ago. And so there were a few that I had to resurrect. But yes, I just really got laser focused, like you said, and understood what those nutrients were, and did some of my research and did my homework, like some of our leaders talked about, just getting to understand what those are. And some people didn't want to swallow pills, so that was a good direction to go to. They just wanted something simple in the morning.
I love it. That's awesome, you guys. And I want you to hear that again. Over 7,000 in new personal volume that these guys did this month. I would find it hard to believe that Michelle and I have had very many months of that in 10 years. So you guys are absolutely crushing it, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. And it's helpful having great distributors that are wanting to run too. So I have to give credit to the Leverance and to our new distributors, the Andersons and the Petersons. It's amazing when you get to find runners after, like I said, following up. That's been our biggest key, is learning to follow up. So thank you.
You rock, you rock. All right, I'm going to refresh. Oh, here we go, Michelle. I'm going to jump in now.
Perfect. All right, you guys, here we go. Love you so much and can't wait for this information today. Mwah.
We'll be better next time.
Awesome. Sounds great.
But
Thanks, Rudy.
ask him if we have to wait though until he's home to push it live, or will it come in the middle?
Yeah, like, is it going to be showing what we're talking about right now if you go and approve it?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
Overcoming obstacles. That's the lesson for tonight, you guys.
Yes.
Technology is not always our friend. Overcoming obstacles. And it looks like they just ended that. So they did realize that all was going to be said.
I texted them and said they were live. So they'll be back. And I was thinking too, you guys, just an FYI while Sean's refreshing there again, is everything that, Lori was sharing, everything that Leslie was sharing when it comes to social media. And then, Danny too, just going and playing through things and trying to figure things out. None of us, I don't think, I could be completely wrong with Leslie and Lori. I'm not sure if they ever, before they started on social media, ever had massive social media training. I think a lot of everything that's done is just doing. For me with stories, I had no clue what stories were. I'm like, oh, that's that little thing at the top. So I started it and I started just playing with it and pushing buttons and grabbing a picture and seeing, oh, I can add music. Oh, I can add an arrow to point to this. It's just part of the fun. So while we're here, Leslie, even while you're on, or Lori, is there anything else that you want to say about just learning as you're doing? Because that's how I've had to do this whole thing here at Lifevantage.
Yeah, I wish I had some words of wisdom with that. Like you're you're going to feel like at times that you may feel like a complete idiot. I mean, to be honest with you guys, where I'm at now is not where I started for sure. I'll try to find some old posts from when I first started in social media. I'll share them over into One Person Big Difference. But you know, I got a lot of backlash from my family as well. They were like, "What are you doing? You're over there. You're on social media all the time. You're always taking these selfies." You know, I got a lot of negative feedback from that, but I had to decide whether or not I was going to let somebody who thought that, you know, I didn't really want to let them, I have to say this nice. I had to let them get out of my pocketbook. Like it's none of their business how I live my life and how I pay my bills. If you don't agree with it, I don't really care. So for me, I kind of had to get around some of that because I went to school for 9 years to become a physician assistant, and they thought that was the best way, but I know better. I have a very much entrepreneurial spirit. And if I had it to do all over again, I probably would have never even went to PA school. I probably would have started network marketing a lot earlier, but you know, here we are. I did the things, and I just paid off my last student loan this past week. Can I get some love for that? Yeah.
Yes.
Huge.
So yes, they're paid off. $100,000 paid off, y'all. So yeah. Anyways, but don't listen to the naysayers. There's always going to be somebody that's going to make you feel like what you're doing is not worthwhile, or that you're not making a difference, or what you have to say or show doesn't matter. Just that's noise. That's white noise. Just let it go. Let it roll off your back.
Ooh, I love that. Destin just said your dreams don't require a seal of approval from anyone. That's gold.
Ooh, chills. Yes. Chills, chills, chills. And you know, I went through a similar thing, you guys. You know, it's not as you grow and you do. We had different people, or even I remember I had one family member who I was very close with. My grandmother died of a disease in the Parkinson's family. And she just immediately was like, "Oh, you want to do this business so that you can make money off of, you know, grandma." So what I'm like, whoa. If you don't know, you like, we're close, you know, my heart is people. And I mean, it takes a lot for me to get upset. In my chest, ask my husband, my chest, my neck, everything was red. And I picked up the phone and I called her and just was like, you know my heart. So, or else
She'll get excited, challenge her integrity, and you'll see her get fired up every single time.
100%. And you guys, it took some time, but my cousin came back to me years later and deeply apologized for that moment and said that she was making it about her.
All right, we're going to go live again. We're going to go live again.
Here we go. Thank y'all for being so flexible.
Speaking, I've never met anybody who works harder than Alicia. She is just grinding away. And then specifically when it comes to skincare and this personal care line, I've never met anybody in my career that knows more about skincare or personal care than Alicia. And so we really have Alicia to thank for being absolutely instrumental and essential in putting these products together. And you're going to get a glimpse of that tonight and just how amazing these products are. So it's my absolute honor to introduce you to Alicia Tate. She's going to walk you through here. So Alicia, with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Brian. So like Brian said, we have this really exciting line. And I really want to touch base on why we're doing these product trainings with you guys. We know it's a little early from the official launch. These products will launch June 1st, but we really wanted to give you guys, the distributors, time to get comfortable with what these products are, learn about them, really enable you to feel confident that when these launch, that you know what they're about, you know all the ingredients, you feel really empowered to go out and sell these to your own customers. So this is a time period where all these trainings are happening to really just learn about the products. Personally, I don't recommend you going out and talking to your customers about these products yet. We're still kind of focusing on daily wellness, and that should be your focus. when really this is just a time for you to learn and get comfortable. And that big push for these personal care products will come later. They'll come later in May and right before June 1st when these products do launch. And so without further ado, let's talk about the body care line. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is why we decided to do an Nrf2 body line. So our skin is constantly in contact with harmful environmental aggressors, and that lead to oxidative stress. And that's what makes your skin age, is oxidative stress, skin, the sun, so many things that cause those wrinkles, discoloration. And Nrf2 actives effectively help us combat that oxidative stress and reduce the appearance of aging. And we've got Nrf2 for inside our body with Protandim Nrf2 Synergizer. We have it for our hair, we have it for our face and our skincare line, but we really wanted to bring this to your everyday and elevate your everyday with an Nrf2 for the rest of your body care line. In this body care line, we use our patented Nrf2 actives that are currently in the skincare line. So I wanted to go over those briefly with you guys real quick before we get into each individual product, because they all have Nrf2 actives. And then there are a couple new Nrf2 actives that we kind of want to introduce that are coming with this body care line. The first is green tea, which you guys are very common and familiar with this ingredient. The polyphenols in green tea actually possess really potent antioxidants and skin soothing properties, which help us improve the appearance of environmentally aggressed skin. The second ingredient in our active blend is black pepper, which is an antioxidant known to help promote balance for an even skin tone. The third is milk thistle. This plant has a component called silmarian, which has really powerful and potent antioxidant and skin calming abilities. There's a lot of research on this that it actually has a role in interrupting pathways in the skin when applied topically, which those pathways help lead to discoloration. And so when applied to the skin, this helps interrupt those pathways and have a more even appeared skin tone. The fourth is turmeric. This actually helps calm our skin and reduce the look of stressed and red skin by modulating pathways to restore a healthier and even appearance. And then we also have water hyssop, which this active, we've always just called Bacopa monnieri, when the common name is water hyssop, which this is a plant that helps you maintain your skin's natural processes for a healthy look. And then we also have rosemary leaf extract, which is an antioxidant used for calming the skin, which we've seen in our hair care systems. And then we have spearmint leaf oil, which relieves dry looking skin with a hydrating and cooling sensation. Sorry, give me 1 second. And then the new one that we know everyone wants to talk about is broad spectrum CBD. A little bit more about broad spectrum CBD. Your skin has these receptor sites for your cannabinoids, which actually send signals saying, hey, your skin needs to be stressed, red, irritated. And CBD essentially talks to these receptor sites on your skin and stop those signals from sending, so that your skin actually ends up being calmer and healthier looking and less and more comfortable from being irritated. To go into even a little bit more, we source all of our CBD oil from the US. We only use the highest quality broad spectrum CBD oil, which we extract from the stem of the hemp plant. After it's extracted, we actually run it through a purification process to ensure that all traces of THC are removed. Then we actually send it to a third-party lab to be tested and certified that there's 0.0% THC in the oil that we use. We're actually going to be releasing on all of our marketing materials and on the product pages on the website when they go live. You will have access to this certification to see that it's 0.0% THC, 100% THC free. And then we'll actually include the little QR code that you can scan with your phone to see where it's sourced. You guys can track the journey of it and also, again, see that third-party testing. And this is the ingredient that we've been getting a lot of comments from. And so I just really want to reiterate to you guys, there is 100% no harm in this ingredient, 100% THC free. It only has calming abilities to help your skin, but it's 100% legal, and there's no harm in us having this in our products. It's really just, it helps us enhance our Nrf2 story. It adds so much more to that Nrf2 active. It is an Nrf2 active, and it just brings up the level of all our actives, Nrf2 actives that are in the products. Brian and Camille, do you guys see if there's any questions so far?
Nope, no questions so far. Yeah, I just want to reiterate as well, like, this is the absolute highest quality CBD that you can get on the market out there. So there are different grades of CBD that you might find. So you might see some CBD products at your local store, and you're going to find something like an isolate in there or a full spectrum CBD. Broad spectrum is truly the most premium quality CBD you can get. We were very careful to make sure we chose something that delivered all of the good compounds, the most complete benefits for your skin, but no THC. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It is completely safe, and is a great kind of soothing and calming and hydrating ingredient for the skin.
Yeah, and sorry, Brian, did you have something to say? I think you might be on mute, Brian. Sorry.
I just wanted to reiterate that, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll be monitoring the Facebook comments. So if you have a question, throw it in the comments. And then as Alicia's going through each section, we'll kind of stop and pause, and we'll address your questions.
Perfect. And then I just really wanted to reiterate what Camille just said, where there are a lot of products on the market that will have CBD oil in them, and they're not always guaranteed to be 100% THC free. And that's why we really want to reiterate that we are being 100% transparent, that we are 0.0% THC, and we will have that documentation available for everybody. Because we want you guys to feel safe and confident, not only in Lifevantage, but in the products that we're bringing you guys to. All right, so now we get to get into the fun stuff. Here is information about our body care line. So there are going to be 2 systems that will be available for purchase June 1st. So the first system will be the True Science Body Care System, and this consists of the body lotion, the body wash, and deodorant. We'll be selling this on subscription for $69, and it will have a value of 52 PV. The second system will be the Luxe Body Care System, and that will have the body butter, body wash, and deodorant. So we're switching the body lotion and body butter. So essentially you'll have your deodorant, your cleanser, and a moisturizer for each of these systems. The Luxe Body Care System will be priced on subscription at $79 with 62 PV. For body care, again, like I was saying earlier, we really wanted to elevate your everyday with Nrf2 body care products that go just beyond the basics. We want our clean plant-powered formulas to cleanse, replenish, and rejuvenate your skin's natural glow, and fit in with your life to really have that nutrigenomics experience every day for you. Our body lotion individually is going to come in at $29 on subscription and has 22 PV. This product does not have any CBD in it. This will be our elevated basic body lotion. And really, we just wanted you guys to experience silky softness on your skin all day long. It's a super lightweight lotion. It absorbs really well. It has nourishing hydration from our really rich emollients in the product, like mango seed butter, chia seed oil, and other soothing qualities too. A quick overview of the body lotion. It uses our patented Nrf2 actives. It's good for all skin types. It's clean, vegan formula. We actually formulated these with the Think Dirty standards in mind. So you will be getting Think Dirty scores. They're just not available today, but before they launch, you'll be able to have that Think Dirty score. They also have sustainably produced microbiome friendly ingredients. And then it's also free from added parabens, silicones, sulfates, SLS, and SES, which if you guys aren't familiar with the sulfates that everyone kind of is really taboo about, that's the sulfates SLS and SES. Those are the ones you definitely want to avoid in your products. And then also phthalates. Our body lotion, it's deeply moisturizing. It comforts and restores your skin through hydration. It helps support your skin's microbiome by nurturing a healthy balance of good bacteria. It helps reduce the appearance of irritation. It improves your look of radiance by supporting your skin's natural antioxidants. It helps protect your skin barrier from environmental aggressors. It helps soothe and dry really stressed skin. And of course, it's actually going to have our signature True Science Yuzu Blossom scent, which you're all pretty familiar with from our True Science beauty system. So it'll have that nice subtle yuzu fragrance as well. What's in the body lotion are those Nrf2 actives we talked about at the beginning. So green tea, black pepper, milk thistle, turmeric, and the water hyssop. But then we've also got some really fun new ingredients. We've got dragon's blood, which is actually a red sap that comes from a dragon tree. It's a resin that scavenges free radicals and encourages stronger, more dense fiber collagens in your skin for a healthier look that helps almost pretty much airbrush away fine lines and wrinkles on your skin. It also helps with healthier skin cell turnover. It'll just leave your skin feeling really soft, give you a good glow. It's a really fun ingredient. And it's cool to say that there's dragon's blood in it. The next active ingredient that we have is our Postbiotic Complex. This is a blend of this Postbiotic complex is a result of fermenting blue algae, akebia fruit, and wine extract. And that fermentation actually creates that postbiotic. This helps preserve your skin barrier function, protect against oxidative stress, and of course, it helps balance your skin's microbiome and keeping good, healthy bacteria on your skin that you need. We also have mango butter, which is just a super hydrating ingredient to help your skin be really smooth and soft. It also has chia seed oil, which is a really rich source of antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acid. This helps, again, keep your skin really hydrated and actually plumps the skin. It appears firmer, really hydrated. And then we also have oat oil, which again, it's a rich source of omegas. This one in particular, omega-6 and omega-9, which these have characteristics of smoothing your skin, soothing it with moisture, and just being extra nourishing for your skin. I highly recommend products that have oat oil in it for those who have really sensitive, dry, and flaky skin. It's really soothing for that. And then, of course, how do we use the body lotion? Which really you just want to smooth it onto your skin until fully absorbed, and you can apply it as often as you need to damp or dry skin. And then I did want to show everybody, this is what it looks like. So here's a little preview of the product. You can see it. It comes in this awesome pump, easy to distribute. The pump's pretty great. This is what that body lotion looks like. All right. The next product that we have in this body care portion. Oh, sorry, Brian, was there any questions?
Yeah, do you mind if we pause for just a second and
Let's
answer
go
a
for
couple
it.
of questions? And my apologies, the questions are coming hot and fast through the chat. So if I missed your question, I apologize. Maybe throw it back in the chat, or we can go back through the chat afterwards and try to address your questions. So one question I saw was, which products have CBD? Is it all of them, or is it just some of them?
No, so not all of our products have CBD in it. Like I said, we really wanted to focus on just giving you guys an Nrf2 line. And so there are some products that have CBD and some that do not, because that's not the focus here. The Nrf2 is the focus. So in the body care category, only the deodorant and body butter have CBD in them. The body lotion and body wash do not.
And then along with that, you kind of alluded to it, but which products have the Nrf2 technology?
Yeah, so all of them. So the body butter, body lotion, body wash, and deodorant all have the same patented Nrf2 blend that's in our beauty system.
Yeah, that's so great. And I love the verbiage that's actually on the bottles for the products that do have CBD, because it says something to the effect of CBD enhanced Nrf2 technology, right?
And I'll try and show it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it here, but that's right in this little section. It does say with CBD enhanced Nrf2. And that's really what it is CBD just helps elevate the rest of our Nrf2 ingredients.
Yep. And then there was, let's see, I've got two more questions. One is about CBD activation of Nrf2. So is CBD an activator of Nrf2?
It is, yeah. And that's why we decided to include it, is because it is an activator.
Yeah, CBD has so many wonderful benefits to the skin just as an oil, but the fact that it's also an Nrf2 inducer, and I should say, to get a little bit technical, it's actually inducing these Nrf2 target genes by a completely different mechanism. So it's another way to add on to the Nrf2 activation that we're already getting from the Nrf2 ingredients that are there.
Yeah, which is exactly why we wanted to say CBD enhanced Nrf2, because that's what it just does. It just enhances what's already great and just makes it even better.
Yep. Is the hand cream going away?
Hand cream is not going away.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's going around. So don't worry, everybody. Hand cream's staying.
Yeah.
And then the last is, when will the EA registration kit product ship? And maybe that's also a good way to maybe quickly talk about the kind of launch cadence for this overall.
Yeah. So that registration, that July registration box, it'll ship out around sometime the 1st of May. So you will be able to get and experience those products before the June 1st launch. And then also in May, we will be releasing all of our marketing materials for this, which there are a ton, because there's 8 products that we'll be releasing. So you'll be getting all of it on May 12th. That's when it will start, and we'll release information then. So you'll have everything available to you, including these presentations, prior to selling the products on June 1st.
Great, Alicia. That's all I saw for now. So I'd love to hear more about the body lotion.
Great questions, everybody. Okay, we're going to move on to the body butter. So this is the moisturizer in the line that actually has CBD in it. So this is the body butter. This body butter actually has 65 milligrams of CBD in it, the broad spectrum CBD. We're selling it on subscription for $39 with 30 PB. And I didn't talk about this earlier, and I probably should have, so I apologize. But as you guys can see, we actually have a little bit of a new look and feel to this personal care line. And we're really excited for you guys to look and experience the new look. So our body butter, we really wanted you guys to experience almost long-lasting relief for any dry skin. It's definitely a thicker, more sumptuous body butter. Like it says, you want to say goodbye to dehydrated skin forever. It's loaded with really rich, deep penetrating emollients that help provide that long lasting relief to dry skin. Our body butter, it has that CBD enhanced Nrf2 actives. It's good for all skin types. And I'm going to say this a million times this training, it's 100% THC free. It's also a clean vegan formula, and we did formulate it to the Think Dirty standards. This one's also free from any added parabens, silicones, sulfate, SLS, and SE8 and phthalates. Our body butter has the Nrf2 plus broad spectrum CBD synergy to help combat against oxidative stress and free radicals. Again, deeply moisturizing, soothes and helps comfort dry skin. It improves your radiance by supporting your skin's own natural antioxidants. It helps protect your skin from harmful environmental factors, helps reduce visible signs of fine lines, wrinkles, and discoloration. And it has that true science signature yuzu blossom aromatherapy experience. In the body butter, we have the Nrf2 active blend, green tea, black pepper, milk thistle, all the good stuff, but including the broad spectrum CBD. But as well as that, we have Asian ginseng, which Asian ginseng is a really healthy, rich source of vitamin B. It helps boost your skin's hydration, diminish that rough texture to leave you super smooth. And this one helps visibly reduce wrinkles and helps support your skin's firmness. We also have a botanical complex in the body butter, which this includes mistletoe leaf, cloudberry, and amaranth seed extracts, which will help provide really restorative moisture, and then also refreshing aroma with the yuzu blossom, clay wild oil, and lemon balm. It also includes mango butter, so super nourishing and hydrating, the chia seed oil, that oat oil that has those really great omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids. And then, like the lotion, the best way to use this product is just to smooth onto your skin until fully absorbed. It can be applied as needed, damp or dry skin, and as often as you need it. There's no limit to how much you can use or how often you can use it. Yeah, and then we can take a quick little pause for any additional questions, Brian or Camille.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with the questions also.
Yeah, me too. They're flying in there. Mostly
Sorry,
what I saw in the comments was just a whole bunch of excitement especially around the ingredients. And I think, that's something I would like to highlight and give you a lot of kudos for. We've just been so excited about this line. This line is incredibly innovative. It's cutting edge when it comes to skincare. You can see how great the ingredients are. I mean, from postbiotics to things maybe many of you have never heard about. The one question, I guess I'd lump them into a group of questions that I saw, was a lot of specific ingredient questions. And then maybe I'll handle this if you don't mind, Alicia. But what I'll say when it comes to all the individual ingredient questions I saw there, when we started developing this product line, we had a whole list of must-haves and a list of can't-haves. And so we up front had Think Dirty and the Environmental Working Group at the front of our minds. And so as we're going through and putting these products together, we just would throw products away that weren't acceptable by both agencies. And so clean formulas were front and center in the development of these products. And I don't know if it's fair to say just yet, put the cart before the horse, but I anticipate that these formulas will be even cleaner, if that's possible, than our current True Science line.
Yeah, I think, which I know you briefly touched on this, Brian, but clean products and things that are sustainably sourced is actually something that's really, really important to me individually. And I know it's really important to Lifevantage as a company too. So we went in, like he said, saying there's our must-haves, and one of the top must-haves was a very clean plant-based formula, and that's what we got.
Yeah, isn't it? It's fun to be in this product development space, right? We basically get to make the products that we want to use, and we know that everyone else is going to love them as well. So again,
True.
kudos
I
to
feel
you,
like
Alicia.
And quick thing about the body butter too, just even from samples that I've gotten before they launched, I use them up so fast and I am out, and it like makes me a little bit depressed that I have to wait with all of you guys now to get more because I'm out. But they're really, really fantastic. If they feel great, just as both a body lotion and body butter. I'm a huge fan of both of them.
Alicia, we've
Well,
had a few questions about just sort of comparing the different textures of the products.
Yeah.
Especially like to the hand cream, since a lot of people are already familiar with that. If it's more creamy, less creamy, do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I guess if you had to rate them on textures, the body lotion is definitely thinner than the hand cream. It's absorbs really quickly and you don't have any greasy residue. It definitely, like, this is the lotion that you kind of want to put all over your body, right? The hand cream's harder to put all over your body because it's a little bit thicker. And then, so it kind of goes on orders of thinness to thickness. Body lotion's the thinnest, then the hand cream. And then that body butter is really, really thick. In a very like luxurious way, not where it just like doesn't rub into your skin, because it still absorbs really nicely and leaves your skin just feeling really soft. Even though it's so thick and sumptuous, it still feels really light, but super hydrating to those dry areas that you need.
Well, thanks, Alicia. What's next on the list?
All right, we're halfway through. Next, we've got our body wash. This one comes in at $29 on subscription with 22 PV. And it's actually the same size as the body lotion. So it comes in a little 8-ounce bottle with a pump. So it's super easy to use. I'll be honest, it's one of my favorite out of the entire line because it smells so good. This one also does not have any CBD in it. So really this body wash, we wanted you guys to experience just a great experience in the shower. A little bit of luxury just in those moments that you have every single day to yourself. So this is a reviving body cleanser. It does more than wash away dirt and impurities. It gently exfoliates your skin with fruit acids, and it also helps replenish moisture to your skin with Manuka Honey. A little bit more about it. Again, it has the Nrf2 active formula. It's good for all skin types. It's also really good for daily use too. It's pretty gentle on the exfoliation. Again, formulated to our Think Dirty standards, a clean vegan formula, and then free from any parabens, silicone, sulfate, SLS, and SES, and phthalates. And then this one actually has sustainably produced adaptogen ingredients in the formula too, which are really, really exciting. So our body wash is pH balanced for soft and gentle soap, so you can use it every single day. It aids in protecting your skin's natural oil barrier. It exfoliates your skin, very gently exfoliates your skin. It has those adaptogens in it to help strengthen your skin's ability to self-regulate. And it improves the appearance of radiance with those natural antioxidants. It helps protect your skin barrier. And then again, like I said, it has that really refreshing and awakening scent, which it's yuzu blossom, but with a little bit of a citrusy scent. So in the shower when you're using it, it just helps really like refreshen and revitalize, and helps you just feel energized and like ready to go get the day when you use this in the mornings. In the product, we have that Nrf2 blend. Then we also have Manuka honey. So this is a honey derived from the pollen of a tree in New Zealand. Manuka honey actually helps improve your skin hydration by forming a protective barrier around that skin that it's applied to. So it helps hydrate it properly and for prolonged use. We also have that Adaptogen Complex. So these are some incredible plants that survive in the craziest of environments. And we've taken them and put them together, which are marrow root, Siberian ginseng, changa mushroom, and spike moss. So we've put these survivalist plants together, and they really help strengthen your own ability, your skin's own ability to self-regulate in harsh environments for healthier looking skin. Then we've also got that fruit acid blend, which has apple amino acids, apple fruit extract, the alpha hydroxy fruit acid, so the AHA acids, and willow bark. It is a very gentle exfoliation. You don't feel any beads or anything. It's still just a liquid formula, but these help work together to break down and clear away your dead skin, which just leaves it super soft and glowy. To use the body lotion, apply it to damp skin, lather up. You can use a loofah, you can use the new silicone sponge things, and then rinse off. And then another great thing about the body wash is it is so hydrating that you can definitely use it as a shaving gel and still have really soft, hydrated skin when you get out of the shower. All right, before we move on to the last product for tonight's training, let's do some questions.
Yeah, Alicia, again, just a whole bunch of excitement around the line is mostly what I've seen. I think the couple questions that I was able to catch as they're flying through, one is the scent and the fragrance across maybe this entire new line. Would you mind speaking about the fragrance?
Yeah, so like I said, we developed this line in mind, sorry guys, to have this really great at-home experience, for you to really elevate the everyday. And there's actually quite a bit of research behind yuzu blossom as being a really great relaxing aromatherapy experience. So we've taken that and just, it really held on to that for all the products. So all the products do have a base of that yuzu blossom scent, but then a little bit different. So for the body lotion, you're going to really recognize it because it's very similar to the Beauty System scent. And then for the body wash, it's got yuzu blossom, but that citrus, but added with citrus. So it just really awakens and just refreshes you. And then the body butter also has that subtle yuzu blossom scent that's really similar to the Beauty System. And then the last product that I'm going to talk about today is the deodorant, which it's the yuzu blossom, but it's it doesn't smell girly, if that makes sense. It's very subtle and refreshing. It just smells clean. But it is different than the rest of the products. It's similar, but different enough that you're like, it's actually one of my favorite scents out of the entire line. Like I love the deodorant scent. So that's a little bit more about each of them. It definitely, when you guys get them in hand and feel them, you'll see that they're super cohesive, but a little bit unique and different too.
I would agree, Alicia. I think you did an amazing job with the fragrances here. They're all just a little bit unique, like you were talking about, but I know you were very cognizant that people were also probably going to be using our other True Science products, and you wanted those fragrances to blend and especially not clash with each other. So these will be True Science scents, and they're all going to work wonderfully together. So kudos again for just all the forethought you put into this. One question we got was on whether or not we could use the body wash on the face. Would you have any recommendations there?
So you're going to see my passion for skincare come out for a second. You definitely could, but you definitely, we do have a facial cleanser that is meant specifically for your face, and it's an amazing cleanser. I'm just a big fan of you want to use the right ingredients for your face versus your skin. And this body wash is a great product that's still super hydrating. So you could get away with it on your face. But I still would recommend using that facial cleanser. And that's just because I'm so passionate about skincare and body care. And so I even like double cleanse, you guys. I wash my face once and then I wash it again with a different face cleanser. So
Yeah. Last question for the body wash was, can it be used daily?
yes, 100% daily. It's very, very gentle. But it still cleans you really well.
Perfect. Thanks, Alicia. I saw a question fly through here. What ingredients are in the deodorant? So maybe we can just kick right over to that. Perfect segue.
The deodorant then. Okay, so our deodorant is coming in at $19 on subscription. This is the packaging for the deodorant. So our deodorant is actually a liquid deodorant, and it has a little rolly ball. I don't know if you guys can see that really well. And I got to give everybody a little spill on natural deodorants real quick. If you've never used a natural deodorant, it is a process getting away from a deodorant that you've used your whole life that has aluminum in it to a natural deodorant. If you've already gone through the process, you're going to just probably appreciate the deodorant. But if you've never used an all natural deodorant, it is a process you have to get used to. You probably have to apply it more than once when you're first going through that process. It's just different. It's a deodorant. It's not technically an antiperspirant. We do have ingredients in there that still help with wetness and sweat, but it is only a deodorant. So you might have to apply it a couple times more than you're used to. And you might find, if you've never used an all natural deodorant before, you might find that you are a little stinkier than you're used to. But it's, like I said, it's a little bit of a journey to transition from a deodorant with aluminum in it to an all natural deodorant, which is all around ends up being just better for you in the long run. To move on from that, again, this is an all natural deodorant that is aluminum and baking soda free. It's a deodorant for both men and women, and we formulated it with natural derived ingredients to help you feel fresh, dry, and confident. It really fights odor with our blend of enzymes, hyaluronic acid, and zinc rhizomalate. Our deodorant, like I said, it's a natural clean formula. It has the CBD enhanced Nrf2 in it. It's good for all skin types. Again, 100% THC free. It's the all natural vegan formula, and we formulated it to the Think Dirty standards. And then free from those added silicone sulfates, SLS and SES, and the phthalates. What our deodorant does, it uses the Nrf2 and broad spectrum CBD synergy to help combat oxidative stress and free radicals. It actually helps break down your sweat molecules and fight odor. It alleviates dry skin. It helps support your skin's natural antioxidants. It essentially traps and absorbs the odor molecules to help you smell great, and it helps strengthen and balance your delicate skin. I know I talked about the fragrance a little earlier, but again, it has a very subtle, clean scent that's very cohesive, but different than the rest of the line. In the deodorant, it has those Nrf2 blend, including the broad spectrum CBD. It also has live fermented enzymes, and these enzymes help break down both odor and sweat to help you, well, it breaks down the sweat molecules to help you fight odor and sweat and wetness. Then we also have hyaluronic acid in it, which this aids in lowering your pH of your skin underneath your arms. And this allows you to have more sustainable environment that eliminates odor-causing bacteria where they're planned to flourish in the higher pH underneath your arms. Then we also have zinc rhizomalate, and this is a mineral which helps soothe and keep you dry. To use this deodorant, again, you just want to apply it to clean, dry skin. Like I said, for that, if you're transitioning from an all-natural or from an aluminum deodorant to an all-natural deodorant, you're probably going to have to apply it several times to get used to it until your body gets used to it. But in the long run, it is so much better for your skin and for you. And that's actually all of the products. I did want to go over this one more time, but before we do that, let's just answer as many questions as we can.
Again, not to sound like a broken record, Alicia, but just a ton of excitement in the chat. There's a lot of people incredibly excited that we're going to be releasing a deodorant. You know, I fall in that camp. I'm unbelievably excited for this. And I've tried natural deodorants in the past. They quite often don't work. This one is fantastic. One question I saw, and I'll maybe take a stab at this, but what is it about the aluminum antiperspirant and that kind of acclimatization period that occurs? When it comes to making the actual antiperspirant claim in a deodorant, that's what our federal government calls an OTC claim. So that's regulated by the federal government. And if memory serves, aluminum is the only FDA approved antiperspirant that's out there. But what we do know is that at least a couple of ingredients in the deodorant are in the process of trying to become registered as antiperspirants down the road. So we're hopeful that that registration will come in the future. But again, we were thinking about that during the product development process. The way aluminum works is by literally putting a physical plug into your sweat glands. So it just takes time for your body to work that out and then kind of re-reach an equilibrium after it's been just so disruptive. And if you're not familiar with a lot of the nasty things that can be in deodorants, baby powders, aluminum, et cetera, I'd encourage you to read up on it. And why a natural deodorant is what I believe people should be turning to. Again, if we're a health company and thinking about our overall health, I mean, we have skin under our arms just like everywhere else. So we need to be cognizant of what exactly we're putting on everywhere in our body, including under our arms. Go ahead, Alicia.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. And just to reiterate, like Brian said, aluminum essentially does it. It goes to your pores where you sweat and it just blocks it. And you get, if you've used an aluminum deodorant for 20 plus years, you have layers and layers and layers of aluminum blocking your pores. And like you said, it is, if you've never used it before, it's going to be a process to get used to it. But once you are, it's definitely well worth it.
Great. Thanks, Alicia. And then one last question was, how long would you guess that one deodorant application would last on an individual?
If you've already used a natural deodorant and you're used to it, and so you only have to apply it maybe once or twice a day, it definitely can last you probably 1 to 2 months. But if you're going through a process of getting used to it, you might have to apply it more than once or twice a day. So it might only last you about 1 month.
Yeah, and I would say it's a very individual basis.
Yeah.
Some of us, myself included, are pretty heavy sweaters. Others, just are always smelling like roses under their arms. So it's really going to be, in my mind, an individual kind of play with it and see what works for the individual.
Yeah, and I've found when I've been testing this and using this while we're getting ready to launch it to you guys, is I like to apply it, and because it is a liquid deodorant, I kind of like it to dry first, and then I might do another layer. Just depending on how I kind of feel for that day. But you definitely don't have to. I just find I feel a little bit drier throughout the day if I do that.
Yeah, perfect. Well, that was all the questions that I was able to catch. I apologize if I missed your questions. We got plenty more opportunities to go through this in the coming weeks. But Alicia, would you mind reiterating just one more time about the registration box promotion that we have going on right now?
Of course. So the only way to touch, feel, and experience these products before the launch on June 1st is to get this registration box. It includes all 7 products for $285. That includes your ticket to the July EA. It includes that True Science body brush set. It includes your registration kit, which is a little bag with the journal, the pen, and the commemorative coin in it that you get for the EA. And it comes at a pretty high PV too. So you get all of that, plus you still get 224 PV. We wanted to encourage everybody to use these and feel these and get comfortable with them. As well as at July, we'll have some great, more exciting news too, right? Which is why we want you guys to attend the July EA.
Yeah, exciting. And remember, this is the way to get your hands on the products before anybody else. They'll be shipping out that first week in May. You'll have plenty of time to play with them beforehand. So first glimpse into the products.
And then on top of that, so we only talked about targeted, or we talked about body care today, right? On Wednesday, I think it's at 10, we're at 10 Mountain Time, we're going to be talking about the targeted care products. And then on Friday, I'm going to be talking about this skincare, so the beauty serum and how it fits into our skincare products. If you missed tonight, don't stress, or if you can't make it to the rest of the ones this week, don't stress, because we're going to be doing this training every other week and rotating what categories on what night or afternoon or morning, so that you can have more than one chance to attend these. We're doing all of them live, so you can ask as many questions as you like. I can also go back and read through your guys' comments and answer some stuff if I missed anything. Like I said, this is really education for you guys. So whatever is going to help you, that's what I want to do. I want to help enable you and make you feel really confident about these products.
Alicia, can you tell everybody one more time where they can get their hands on these products?
Yes, so you have to go to the events page at lifevantage.com, the events page, and register for the July event. So you'll hit register now. You go in, you'll choose your ticket for July EA, and then there will be a drop-down box where you can choose that personal care registration box.
Thank you very much, Alicia. And thank you for everything tonight. You did a wonderful job. Obviously, like I said, you know so much about skincare. It's been wonderful working with you over the last almost 1 year on this project, and just kudos for an amazing job. And thank you for all your hard work on this.
You too. And thank you, everybody. Thanks for all your wonderful questions and for listening to me. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Yep. See you next time.
See you
Bye.
guys.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
That was good. That's going to take it to a new level.
That was
Still had to
exciting.
go. I took pictures of everything. Do you want me to post them in the team page?
That's great. I took pictures too, but I got to crop them and all that, and I missed a couple of them because I was doing it on the official Facebook page, and it was delayed, and then it went fast, and I was like, oh, I missed that one. But
I think
yeah.
I have to. So
They need a good brochure on this.
Leslie, if you want to post them, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll post them. That mine aren't actually. If you have got mine aren't the great. They're of my computer screen, so they look rough.
I've got all mine in there cropped already. I'll do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing.
Sounds
All right. Good night, everybody.
You guys are awesome for cropping those. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Good night. I'm excited. Thank you.
Adios.